Simon & Schuster Audio presents Best Summer Ever by Heidi Swain and read by Karen Cass. Chapter 1. I was a couple of hours into my journey back to Norfolk when it suddenly dawned on me that the universe had recently been trying to give me a heads up about the appalling behaviour my partner, now ex-partner, had been indulging in, and that I could have used it as an excuse to be shot of him weeks ago. "Oh, Daisy," I admonished huffily, striking the steering wheel and inadvertently hitting the horn. "What are you like?" In my defence, though, I had been so focused on looking for a way I could resign from my current job that wouldn't make it look as though I wasn't giving up on the world of work again, that it would have taken a flashing neon sign to make me take notice. The fact that Lawrence had practically confessed his infidelity ages before I cottoned on was no comfort now, though. "She's a total ball-buster," I remembered him saying when I had asked what his new colleague was like. "Very focused on getting what she wants." His description had been accompanied by a salacious grin he hadn't even tried to suppress, the obvious implication of which should have immediately given the game away, or at least given me a clue. Ballbuster was an entirely appropriate description, as it turned out. She certainly looked as though she had been busting his balls when I turned up at their office early and unannounced, having finally made up my mind to end things and determined not to wait a second longer to do it. I had found the pair in a most compromising position. Her skirt hoisted up higher than her hips, and him groaning in a way that left me in no doubt what was coming. Pun intended. I had snuck out, unseen, rushed back to Lawrence's flat, and bundled my already haphazardly packed possessions into my car, feeling full of relief that he'd saved me a task I'd been dreading and none of the guilt I had been expecting. We'd never had much in common, and the only people who really thought the relationship might go the distance were my wishful-thinking parents. A former friend from university had introduced me to Lawrence when I happened to be waiting on the table that she and some of her friends had booked. Beth had graduated with a first, but I'd dropped out after my second year and had been floundering ever since, moving from one casual job to another. When she turned up with Lawrence and somehow recognized me, I was heartily sick of my drifting, and when he handed me the bill with his phone number written on the back, it felt like the ideal opportunity for a potentially fresh start. Lawrence was a proper grown-up with a structured career path and investment plan, and...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?